of artists have not been able to perform in-person concerts because of the pandemic. I love your Christmas statement. Recorded music has the ability to transcend time and space and bring joy and pleasure. Tell us about your prediction about binaural head tracking during virtual live experiences.
I think that's something that can really make a difference and cause widespread adoption. And I'm looking for the first kind of virtual concert app or company that really does this well, because there's so much potential there. Again, envision being recording this live concert with a really good artist in a small intimate setting, and you were there at the scene. Again, I think it's for most people to put on a VR headset is a little bit foreign. I think to have the audio experience like that and just a regular screen, again, which is your limited field of view, that's a different thing, and it comes alive completely. We also we've done experiments like that, and also in a meeting setting. If I'm calling into a real physical meeting with an Ambisonics microphone and having head tracking on, it's and with just a regular little laptop for the screen, for the visuals, it's scary. It's like you're really literally there. So that's
like telepresence, you call it.
Telepresence, exactly. Which is another really intriguing application, and I think that's where you're going to see a lot of professional applications where you can do remote work, and both visually and audio then truly be there. But as we have learned already during these times with COVID and so on, of course, to have a more lifelike conferencing setup where you can really feel like you're surrounded by the people in the room rather than having them speak, like today, all messed up. It's hard to know who's speaking, and you have some visual representation of people being at various locations, but the audio is still all in my head if I'm using my headphones or in the speaker there. Imagine that with spatial audio, and it's a very different, much more relaxing experience. The world health would go up if we had more spatial audio, right? It's like that, actually.
But how does it work then? If I just get it in the sense, so like the teleconference. So if I want to have one of those, then I have to buy a brand and hardware that has your software that you work with, or can I, as a consumer, add it?
No, that's right. That's probably why it's not, why it has taken so much time to be adopted, because it needs to be integrated into the actual conferencing service. And we're actually talking to conferencing services for that very reason. And then you can literally use it with any headphone. And if you couple it with camera-based head tracking for your PC, then you have the head tracking as well. And then virtual afterwards and so on would be a lot nicer. Then you can really have small conversations with some of the people. And it's because right now when you're in these virtual meetings, it's very hard when somebody starts talking, all the others need to go quiet, whereas in a real setting, we can be several people talking at the same time. I can have small conversations at the side. I'll still hear sort of everything that goes on, but I won't be disturbed by it. And that's because we have this spatial hearing, whereas in the virtual setting without the spatial cues present, it becomes impossible. As soon as two people start talking at the same time, it's like who's saying, and then they both go quiet, and then they both start talking again. It's just a mess. So yeah, I think this is a good use case. And
I think you guys should do this as a standard, because once the consumers start using it, that's it. They don't want anything else, which should be like a standard then in all hardware.
Yeah.
You can't go back.
That's the thing with what we've experienced is, I think in general it's like that, with great audio, once you've experienced the next level of audio, you don't want to go back. You didn't realize before that I'm missing something, but when you hear how it can sound,
once you experience it,
then it's
you
like,
keep wanting that
wow.
experience.
Yeah, you don't want to go back.